Hello, my friends. Happy New Year's Eve. As you see from the what I wrote above, you can see that today we are going to be talking about New Year's. I was really super called to just allow us all to kind of come together in a way where we can kind of leave 2020 where it is and not bring any baggage or pain from 2020 with us forward, and to only bring blessing forward, and to really hone in on how we're seeing things, and to set our intentions high and our goals high, and to do it together, because when you do it together it really is a power. So thank you guys for being here and spending your time with me today. Whether you are watching now or you're watching on replay, say hello to me, say hi in the comments. Hey, I just said that. Hey Bird, hi, good to see you, brother, glad you're here. I also have Callie with me. Look at this. He's just chilling. So I'm just gonna let him hang out there. We'll see how that goes. But he's calm. Everybody's calm. Ella's sleeping. So this is good. So while I just let people kind of pop on, definitely say hello to me, and I'll just introduce myself for those who might not know me, and then we can get into some good deep work today. So hello guys, I am Brittany Shawley. I am mom. I am a mindset and well-being coach. I'm also founder of Whole and Healthy Kitchen. I help moms and souls to enhance the thoughts they think and the meals that they make, so that they can overcome overwhelm and really optimally nourish themselves as well as their family. My greater mission is to really increase the quality of health and happiness on this planet, and I know that happens one thought at a time, one meal at a time, one day at a time. So it's really a blessing for me to live my life's purpose and to fulfill my life's work through Whole and Healthy Kitchen and share that with you guys. Hey Angelica, good to see you, honey. Hello, good to see you. And Schumann, I can never really fully pronounce your name, but I think I got it right. And Schumann, I love your presence. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to encourage you guys maybe to grab some paper, maybe grab a pen. I will kind of slow down my talking for you guys to have a moment to go do that. But I think there's going to be some helpful ideas here that are going to pour forth. I'm just going to allow myself to be a vessel and just a communication channel to bring forward whatever is most helpful for us today. But there's also going to be some journal prompts throughout this, and there's also going to be a meditation / prayer at the end. So make sure you're comfortable too. Hey Barb, you made it. Hello Simon, you must be there too. Hi Eva, good to see you, honey. Oh, I love seeing you. Hey Nina. Oh, my people. All my people are here. Hi Raven. Awesome. I love you guys. This is awesome. Yay, my heart. Okay, awesome. So as we kind of dive into this today, obviously add whatever is coming to your heart and mind. I love the dynamicism of being able to communicate back and forth with you guys, but I'm also just going to let it flow and see what helpfulness comes about. But I know for the majority of us that we're just done with 2020. Like, hello, like what a year, and even though I feel extremely blessed to be able to have been home and work from home and be an entrepreneur and have Ella close by and still go to school, still go to school, my heart hurts for people around the world, right? And so I know that this isn't easy, and it's much more difficult than where we are here in Canada, and so my heart just goes out to so many people. So I really want to make sure that we're kind of forgiving where we need to forgive, and heal where we need to heal, and let go of what we need to let go of before we transition into a new year. So I also feel that the more that we are able to reflect on 2020 and bring light to 2020, we can also see the hidden blessings in there, and that because of what we've gone through, we're stronger, and because of what we've gone through, we're more resilient, and because of what we've gone through, we've done it together, and so we can really see that our problems are the same, and then maybe we can turn to realizing that our solutions are the same too. Hey B, good to see you, honey, so glad you're here. And Raven, exactly, so done. So done. So hopefully us coming together with this intention and with this purpose could really help us to leave the baggage behind and not take it with us, because it's heavy. No, thank you. Okay, so part of this too is for us to lean out of the complaining about how hard it has been and how difficult it's been and how it's still difficult and hard, but to reach into the depths of our soul and to connect with that part of ourselves that wants to dream a new dream and that really wants to think about the kind of world that we want to live in and that we want to share in and that we want to have our children grow up in. And so I really feel like tonight I'm speaking to your soul here, and I'm speaking to the collective soul of humanity and being like, okay, it's go time, it's wake up time, like it's great awakening time, and we need to do some things differently, and a lot of the things that we can do differently just start at home, start in our minds, start in our self-care, start in our kitchens. And so I want to keep it as foundational and practical as possible, but also expand it to the greater whole so we can just see the vastness of what's going on here. Because to me, when I'm really contemplating what's going on with humanity right now, COVID is the tip of the iceberg, my friends. It's the tip of the iceberg, okay? If we think of all of the junk that is underneath it, we still have terrible greed, and we still have terrible separation and injustices, and so many people who still go hungry and still don't have clean water, and there's still wars, and there's fights, and there's so much attack, and even in our home lives, it's difficult, and there's pain, and there's addiction, and there's hatred, and there's all this yuckiness that still exists in humanity today. And for me, I've realized, I live here, I live on this earth, I must be responsible for it, right? This is what I call home right now. I must be responsible for it. So if that is the case, then what can I do? And I've really started to realize that the best thing that I can do is start to ask for what my part is to help the greater good of everyone. And to start to step out of my comfort zone and realize, hey, like we all share the same problems and we can all contribute to the same solutions, and start to really make little ripple effects in our own life that create big waves of change in our collective experience. And so to me, that seems to boil down not only to the goals that we want to set and the intentions that we're going to set, and we're going to talk about that in our journal prompts, but also things like forgiveness, okay? In coupled with wanting and needing to download our individual parts, because when I play my part in the universal plan for peace, and you play your part in the universal plan for peace, and we're all playing our parts for the universal plan for peace, guess where we're headed? We're headed in a new direction towards peace, which is, what we all want. And so for me, a big part of downloading my part is through forgiveness. And to me, forgiveness is not synonymous with a religion. I'm not a religious person. I study the A Course in Miracles, which the majority of you guys know at this point, but the A Course in Miracles is a metaphysical and spiritual psychotherapy course. It is for the undoing of errors and the seeing of my soul and my wholeness, and a vision of what is possible for us as a collective humanity. Like, hello, heaven on earth, hello, peace on earth. Like, we want this and it's possible, but that means we must turn to a change inside of ourselves to allow that ripple change that happens here to extend outside of us. So that's what brings me to forgiveness. And so forgiveness is possible for all of us, because if we think about those jerks and those a-holes and those people who do injustices and harm to other people and animals and the planet, we can know through forgiveness that behind that jerkness is actually what Marianne William calls an undeletable file called the will of God, an undeletable file called the child of God. And that reality, that truth that comes from the source, the unity that we share, exists there. And so when we ask for forgiveness, we're asking not to release necessarily the person from the effects of what they've done per se. That would be through their own forgiveness. But we want to release our own heart and our own hatred and our own grievances and our own stuff that needs to leave. And that can be purged out of us through the act of forgiveness. And so to me, when we break down that word, forgiveness is all forgiving. You're all forgiving the love, forgiving the peace, realizing that those who hurt others are hurt people, and they wouldn't hurt other people if they weren't hurt. So they need help. They need help, not further condemnation. So I feel like this is a call for all of us to be like, all right, like let me find the love and compassion in myself for those hurt people who really don't know what they're doing, because if they knew what they were doing, they wouldn't do that. They would see the common brotherhood. And so to really be like, okay, I want to forgive because I want to be released. I want to forgive because I want to know my part. I want to forgive because I want to be at peace. And when we want these things and we give these things, we will have these things. And I know this because I experienced this, and I know this because I see this in the lives of my clients and my students and the people that surround me every single day. And it's a power. It is a power. So I really wanted to highlight exante goo, the power of forgiveness. And through the light of forgiveness also, we see how much stronger we are because of what we've gone through. And that's part of how we can leave the baggage behind, and we can leave 2020 behind and only bring the blessings with us forward. And to me, this also syncs up with the reality and recognition and understanding that there's nothing that God cannot do. And there's nothing that God or love or source or whatever word we want to put on it, there's nothing that God cannot do that we do not allow him to do through us. So in other words, if we want freedom and we want peace and we want health and we want happiness, then we're going to have to ask to also extend those things through us and to give those things through us, because that's the energy of the limitless all that is that we are part of, the unity that we are part of. So it's like a giving and receiving power. And we could do that in our daily lives, in our small little daily lives, even if it's going to the grocery store and smile under our masks with our eyes at people. It changes things, right? Yes. So let me just see what you guys are saying after I've kind of gone on my little bit of a roll. Hey, Chris, welcome, honey. I love you. Hey, Ash, welcome, sister. You're here. Hi, everybody else. Oh, I love you. And you're saying, Raven, yes, we need to pray for all those families who's lost family members and friends for COVID, for healing 1,000,000%. And all that is included in the prayer and in the meditation that we are going to do together. I've been very kind of conscious of including and calling upon all of that today. Very beautiful. Yes. So how's this sounding, guys? Is this resonating? Is this feeling accurate? Do you want to explore the idea of forgiveness more? Because we could do that. But also in the new year, Tom and I are doing a workshop on forgiveness, actually. So we might have all that answered then. But it's also a feeling and an experience. It's not something that needs to be intellectually known. Something that I really wanted to tie in here too was like the journal prompts. And the reason why journal prompts are so helpful is because it helps you to set the intention for what you want. My fellow course students will know that all throughout it, we are asked to start our day right, to start our day with the lesson, to start our day by giving it to God, to start our day by deciding for the kind of day we want. Because if we don't do that, then our life, our mind, goes into the hand of the ego, which is just the conditioned thinking mind that we all have here, being in form on earth. But when we decide for the kind of day we want, and we decide to give our life to God to lead that day, then we are deciding to show up as our soul, as the spirit, as the love that we are. And so not only is this something that is important and crucial to do every single day, and that takes practice, and I help people with that even through my Kitchen Alchemy course, and the Course in Miracles is amazing for that too. But when we start our year, to start with our intentions. Okay? Yes. Like, this is important. I see you guys shouting out to Jesus. Yes. I love you, JC. Okay, Rosalind, no problem. You have to leave soon. It is recorded. I'll be sending it out to anybody who's on my emailing list, which is in the post before this one. I love you, Hetty. So journal prompts are so, so important, because you're like, okay, soul, okay, universe, okay, God, okay, Jesus. This is what I'm asking for. Okay, and when you are asking for something that is going to benefit you and going to benefit those around you, it is God's will. Check, check. It's done. Okay, only blessing comes from the mind of our soul, of the spirit of Jesus. It only comes from there. It doesn't come from the ego. So when we ask for what we want, we can guarantee that it is in alignment with our soul's purpose, with God's will. So check, check. So let's settle into maybe what some of these journal prompts are. If there's some journal prompts that you guys are already going through, feel free to put it below, and we could talk about it. But I will share some of mine. I've got 7 and they seem to all link together. You don't necessarily have to write them down, because I have them written above and you can write them down later, but we'll go through them and just feel into them and see if any questions come from that. Raven, one self unite with my creator. That was like the first lesson that I bawled my face off in the Course in Miracles lessons when I was recording them in 2013. Touches me so deeply. And Nina, forgiveness to others is easy, to myself is hard. Yes, honey, that seems to be the crucial point, is realizing that forgiving yourself is hard. But I think you have to know too that we all make mistakes, and we are all human and sharing in this experience, and you can't get through life without making mistakes. And a mistake is not a sin. A mistake is literally a missing of the mark. And so when we forgive, it's literally a calling to ourselves, to our soul, knowing that I'll do better next time. right? You don't have to bring that with you. And so maybe part of the prayer that we do together can include these ideas of not yet forgiving the self, and to ask how it is that you can forgive yourself for these mistakes and for these errors. And so we'll include that in that, because a big part of prayer and meditation for me is that it is the medium of miracles, right? And a miracle is ultimately the shift in perception from fear to love, to unforgiveness to forgiveness, to hate to love again, right? So yes, beautiful. Start painting again. Painting is a beautiful way to express the love. Yes, I just saw other people who love that. We're all in agreement. Beautiful. So let's zero in on these journal prompts, you guys. And even if you want to write down your answers as we go, that's awesome too. So the first one is, what am I grateful for in 2020? I put a Facebook post about this a week or so ago, and I got a lot of feedback. It's something that I think is really helpful, because when we focus our mind on what I'm grateful for, we can gleam out the blessings, we can gleam out the lessons, and then carry that with us and just leave the rest. So what am I grateful for? Maybe you guys want to write that below. Choosing again, I'm grateful for being able to choose again. Thank you, Raven. Number 2, what did I learn about myself? What did I learn about myself? Did you learn that you are more resilient than you thought you were, right? Did you learn that you kind of crumble under pressure and being around your family 24/7? Did you realize that, hey, actually I enjoy kind of staying home a little bit more and putting the brake on and not being so busy all the time? What did you learn, right? Because what you learn about yourself is part of the makeup of who you be, and it's really important to bring light to that. Aw, thank you. I love you. I'm grateful for you too, honey. I'm grateful for this new life. I love you guys. Bring on the gratitude. And number 3 is like, what am I willing to do different in 2021? What am I willing to do different in 2021? Based on what I learned in 2020, what am I willing to do different in 2021? Even for you, Nina, when you were just saying about the idea of self-forgiveness is hard, maybe you're willing to learn how to actually forgive yourself in 2021. Like, maybe that's the intention you need to set for yourself. Knowing that forgiveness doesn't come from you, it happens through you. So to learn how it is that you can step back and be a receiver of what that is and what that looks like for you would really be the only thing that you would have to do. But let yourself set that intention. What are you willing to do differently in 2021? Even habit-wise, guys, like setting up different habits in 2021 to support yourself. Like last year, mine was like setting up morning habits. My morning habits are everything for me. It's my sanity. Like, holy, how did I not know that? And of course, I'm starting to educate Ella on that, because it's everything. Again, it's how you start your day, is how you win your day, right? Number 4, what do I really want to have happen in 2021? What do I really, really, really want to have happen in 2021? And this is surrounding your health. This is surrounding wealth. This is surrounding relationships. This is surrounding your purpose. This is surrounding, anything that has to do with like healing thyself, your family. Like, what do you really want to have happen? And I really encourage that you paint the picture on this one. Like, get clear on what it looks like, what it feels like, what it will sound like, how you will show up, what energy you will have, what you will be doing, what habits will you have. Because this type of imaginative creativity is you starting to think about the kind of life that you want. And remember, if you are describing a life that is of highest benefit to you and to those around you, there's no way that the laws of love and the source of love is not going to support it and help you to make that happen. I've seen it happen continually. Oh my God, you need morning habits, Raven? I will share with you something about that. I actually created a miracle morning routine that I share, that I offer to people that helps them to set up their morning routines. So maybe I'll share that below too after. That's a big one. Evening routines go hand in hand with that, by the way. Number 5, why do you want that? Okay, you just asked yourself, well, what do I really, really, really want to have happen in 2021 in all of these categories? Well, why do you want that to happen? Once you get clear on the reason why you want it, there's nothing that can get in your way of having it happen. I actually help people in my Kitchen Alchemy course discover their why as well. So these are all integrated into everything that I feel is so deeply important for a peaceful and healthy and loving way of life on earth. Number 6, is there anything that you're telling yourself, like any stories or beliefs or thoughts that you're telling yourself that would prevent you from having what your soul desires in 2021? Like, exploring those stories and those beliefs is so important. That's the shadow side of things. That's the ego side of things. And that's the side of things we can't shy away from. And even though I most of the time talk about joy, love, and peace because that is our eternal reality as souls, and it doesn't change just because we are in the body. Because we are in the body, we have the ego that interferes and places blocks to the awareness of this love's presence. And so it is essential for us to look at those blocks in the face and be like, yo, I see you. These are the stories I'm telling myself. These are the beliefs I'm holding about myself, and they're holding me captive, and I don't want to believe these anymore. I don't want to tell myself the story anymore. And that's part of handing it over and letting it be cleared and left in 2020 and not brought with you. So be conscious of those stories and beliefs. The last question here, you guys, what are some things that you must do to ensure that you receive your soul's desire? This can go back to the morning routine like we talked about. To me, this also links up with asking, like pausing and asking before I do things. Like I prayed if I should go on live today, right? And the only reason why I'm here is because the answer was yes. And I received the download of exactly what I'm supposed to talk about. And then my clients reached out to me and said, Brittany, please go live. And that's my confirmation. So mine has always been asking, mine morning routines, evening routines, what are some things that you must do? Even what is my part? Like asking for what your part is, asking for how it is, like your next steps to be healthy, like asking whatever it is for you, get clear on that. That's super duper, uber important. And you guys, if you go through these now, or you go through these after this live, feel free to even share them in the comments below, and I will come back through and I will even pray on it with you. I will even add my intention. And I know, I see the people in this group, you got like on this feed right now, you're soul light bringers, right? I know that you guys will do the same thing. So I just want you to know that you can come back to this video and come back to the comment section and just add whatever it is that you received in the answers to these questions, and we'll just build our faith and our prayer and our energy and our love on top of that, so that we can really help manifest our greatest good here for everyone. And Schumann, we can prepare a vision board for 2021. Yes, that's amazing. I know some friends who are doing vision board workshops too. They can drop their links below if they want. But that's a great idea. I've done vision boards many, many, many years, and that would be helpful with these questions too. We could talk more about that if people would like. Ashley, deepen your relationship with Jesus. I love that one. Yes. The light. Need to overcome limiting beliefs and replace with empowering beliefs. Exactly. This is a big thing that I help people with in my Kitchen Alchemy course too, because it's simple. Like once you understand the process of exchanging old beliefs for new beliefs and exchanging old fear thoughts for love thoughts, like the process itself is simple. But it's not easy work, especially when we grow up in a conditioned world as we are, and there's not really much for us to turn to help with that. But it's much easier when we do it together. Chris, this year was the first year I actually stuck with the ACM lessons and I completed them. Yay! I'm so proud of you. You're so welcome. It's my honor to help keep you grounded every day. I love you so much. That's a really, really big milestone. Congratulations. That's really beautiful. So thank you everybody for your contributions. So I think next is leaning into a meditation / prayer. As I've already mentioned, I really believe in my heart of hearts that prayer is the medium of miracles. If prayer stings you, just as the word say asking, right? Asking for what we want is imperative. Things don't happen without our asking and without our desire, and with us opening up our hearts and minds to it. And so I feel that us coming together, it adds to that collective power. And so just know that when we close our eyes here for a moment and we settle into stillness for a moment, that we're all doing this together. And to just really tune into the fact that our hearts are open right now together, that our minds are open together, and we're in a shared space asking for the same thing, and there's no prayer that goes unanswered. Okay, so we're going to ask to receive the answers to our prayers and let our the answer to the prayers be clear and understood and recognized, so that we really can accept them and let it land when it comes. So that's really important. So let's do this, you guys. Let's just settle in a little bit, get comfortable, sit cross-legged, lie down, do whatever. It's not gonna be long, 5 minutes, not even. But let's just start with breathing. Our breath always brings us back to this now moment. And as you allow your breath to just deepen and slow down, just allow your shoulders to relax. Maybe relax the neck a little bit, give it a shake, relax your fingers. Feel your feet firmly rooted into the ground or deeply relaxed. And as you continue to breathe deeply here, my friends, every exhalation carries you 10 times more relaxed than the last. And every inhalation fills you with the presence and the energy of the light. Feel that light growing inside of you now. Paying attention to the light at the center of your forehead, right behind your eyes. And every inhalation allows that light to grow and expand, filling up the physical form of your brain, relaxing your forehead and your scalp, allowing that bright, sparkling, white, divine light to flow down through your face and your neck, down through your shoulders and your chest, opening your heart space, breathing into your heart space, welcoming the love, the infinite, eternal, expanding love that is shared and whole and complete in all of us. Feeling that love and light merge together in your heart as it shines down your arms and into your hands, as your hands are open to receive today. Open to receive your highest good, your greatest good, our collective good. Open to receiving healing, transmuting, releasing, forgiving. Allowing that light to travel to any area of the body that needs it the most. The stomach or the back or the hips or the legs or the feet. Allowing that white light now to go from the top of your head to the tips of your toes and all the way back up again. We are united in this light. We are one in this light. We are equal in this light. We are beautiful and whole in this light. And as this light fills our hearts and minds now, together we pray. We pray and ask for help and for healing for the sick, for those who are grieving, for those who have lost a loved one. We pray for the unjustly treated, for the fearful and for the hungry. We pray for those that we don't like. And may all hatred and grievances and animosity and past be released completely to the light. We ask for self-healing and self-forgiveness, that we may see ourselves as we are and not as we think that we are. We ask for healing, we ask for love, we ask for health for our family, for our friends, for ourselves, for those who've done us wrong, for those who have harmed others, for those who have harmed animals or our planet or our environment. We pour our love and our light and our forgiveness out unto all of these things and all of these people and in all of these ways. The light is transmuting all of it. Feel every last bit of unforgiveness or hate or pain or doubt or overwhelm leaving your body, leaving your mind, leaving your cells. And begin to feel yourself expanding into the light. Expanding beyond the body to unlimited possibility and potentiality. Feel the strength in you now. Feel connected to a greater intelligence, to a greater love, and a consistent peace and joy. It is from this place of unity and connection that we have the power to bless and change the world. Bless and help people to evolve. And we ask that all people treat all others and animals and nature and each other better and with more love and more compassion and more patience. Let us forgive everything. Let us commit to helping each other and helping ourselves. We ask to receive our individual part, that our each individual part will contribute to the collective part, and together we do and fulfill our part in this great awakening, bringing more love and peace and health and brotherhood and sisterhood to this planet. And it is in this moment that we surrender control. We surrender the doing of ourselves alone, and we ask to be led and to be guided and to be shown the way. We give our life and our mind to a power greater than ourselves, to our higher self, to the Holy Spirit, to God, to Jesus, to whatever word, name, source works for you. And feel this light now surrounding you and embracing you as if you're being given a big, big, big hug. If tears need to roll, or even screams need to come out, let whatever emotion or energy or even shakes that need to come out. You are safe. You are loved. And as this light and as this love is working in us now, it is also working through us now. And we ask to be of service, and we ask to receive everything we give. So just allow yourself to rest in this space of feeling bathed in the golden, divine white light. Feeling protected and supported by the divine, by the angels. And feel gratitude. Grateful to yourself for even being here. And grateful for our collective power to really shift and change things. And bring blessing to a trying time. And to bring blessing to those who need it. Comfort to those who need it. Healing to those who need it. So we thank ourselves and we thank each other and we thank God. And together we say, Amen. Amen, 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 amen. Thank you, Raven. So, I'm seeing sparkly lights everywhere. It might be the bright light on me, but you know. So thank you guys for joining me. Amen, Ashley. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. And I would love to continue to hear from you and how all these thoughts and prompts and prayers have kind of worked for you and in you. So feel free to come back to this and share at any time. I'd be happy to respond. Beautiful prayer. Thank you, Nina. I love you, honey. I love everybody on here. And so it is, Angelica. Yes. And so it is. Thank you. I love you so much. I'm grateful for our connection. Forever and always. You're welcome, B. I love you, sweetheart. So much. So much. Oh, my heart. You women make me explode. Thank you. Hey, Elizabeth. I love you, honey. Hello, Enos. Good to see you. Brenda. Thank you, guys. You're the best. Oh, Erin, you're here too. I love you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Chris. I'm so glad you popped on here too, Elizabeth. Always. Send my love to your beautiful family. Please, please, please. All right, you guys. So that's it. That's what we had in store for today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's. I really wanted to do this today so that we had tomorrow and like January 1st to really sit in our own intentions and to write out our own answers and to really be ready for 2021. And Brittany highlight so much. Yeah, that's me. I love you. So thank you guys so much. I could stay on here forever, but I think that I'm going to say goodbye now. And I'm going to settle into my evening routine and soak up all this wonderful love and light energy from all of us. And yeah, thank you for being with me. I love you. Happy New Year's. I'm sure I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Oh, Craig came in for the prayer. Yes. Beautiful. I love it. It's meant to be. Bye, you guys. Happy New Year's.